My friend Austin messaged me today. He said, I have a really cool way for you to learn your character, but also learn how to beat the things that you're losing to in Tekken. And I want to show you the training mode options so you can do it yourself. And then you can pass that information on to the viewers because it would make a good video. And I think it would make a good video as well. So we sat in a call for like 2 hours of Discord video streaming, figuring everything out. And I'm going to teach you guys now. Let's take a look. So you're going to go into practice settings, go to training mode. You're going to change offense to defense. And it's going to give you all these CPU action tabs, and you can just click on them, then click select move from list, and then pick one. You see I have Kazuya's 112 selected because I was trying to figure out how punishable it is. And it to play it, you just do like your start and B, and then you just start doing it. But you can see it's minus 17. I didn't think this was minus 17 because it doesn't look like it, right? It looks like he's doing 2 jabs into a medium, which sure, it's punishable. But like launch punishable, I didn't think so. I didn't think it was that big of a risk, but it is. You can do a whole thing. If you got the electrics, you can even do that. I don't got it like that, so I'm doing down forward too. But that's super basic, right? Where this feature actually shines and helps you much more is when you start taking a look at strings like this. This is one that Austin showed me. So we're going to start with this one, which is 1, 2, 4, 3. And I'm going to set Kazuya to do this. Press the bind. He's going to start doing it. See how there's a low in there? He does like 1, 2 into a low into a mid. And you're probably thinking, well, it's just like a low in there, right? It probably does like 6 damage. I'll just take the low. It's better for me to keep blocking. But because there is a low, it means there's an opportunity. You can do a low parry, right? And then you even get a launch. You can do something like this, and then, I don't know, whatever combo is you know for your character. But because that's a low, there's an opportunity there. So if you see the 1, 2, you can, you know, tap down forward and get a low parry. And you're probably thinking, well, that's probably what this string covers, right? Like if the Kazuya player constantly is getting low parried, they probably just do this string and it must blow up the low parry, right? It's kind of true, but not really, because this string is 1, 2 into a mid, into this little kick here. But see how there's a delay? This delay allows you to OS a low parry, right? So I can block these 1, 2. See how I tap down forward for a second? You can see my input history and on the character itself. See how she ducks for a second? You just tap down forward and then go back to holding back if you don't get the low parry. It's very easy to OS, and it lets you beat this string pretty free. I can even show you. I set this top one to, I think, the first string that we took a look at, and then I'm going to set the second action to the other one, right? And I'm going to just have them randomly go off. See? So after you block the first 2 hits, just tap down forward and then back if you don't get the low parry. You don't even have to react to tap back. Just tap back, and then if you get the low parry, you're like, holy shit, I got a cutscene. Now I get to do a combo. And this is just one string on one character. There's tons of situations like this that you can lab on every character, and you're probably like, well, how do I know? How do I even know what to lab, right? You want me to go through every string on every character? No, the way that Austin found this is that he played a Kazuya, and the Kazuya kept doing that string, the 1 into the low, and then if he if he blocked the low, then the Kazuya player did the mid, and he said, okay, I'm going to go into training mode, I'm going to go watch the replay, then I'm going to go into training mode, and I'm going to set it up. And then this is how he set it up, and that's how he found his solution. You can do this with all kinds of things in your replays, but this is just one example and kind of showed me how to use like the defense feature in training mode. Let me give you another example. This is Dragunov's 214 versus 213. 213 is 3 highs. 214 ends in a low. So very similar to the Kazuya example that I gave you. The timing's a little bit different, so you might see me mess it up. See, I'm blocking the low, not parrying it. There's a parry. But even when I block it, or even when I tap down forward, I'm blocking it. I'm not getting hit by it still. And then here, I'm ducking that high. And then I get the low parry, right? It's the same concept. You block the first 2 of the string. You identify, oh, he's doing 2, 1. I'm going to tap down forward. There we go. The timing, again, a little bit different than the Kazuya one. There we go. I'm not even going to lie. Those are the only 2 I know. Like, I asked Austin to show me Kazuya, and then I said, what about Dragunov? And we took a look at Dragunov. And that's all we did. I don't have enough replays of other characters to figure it out yet. I gotta play the game more and then, you know, repeat this process to infinity and beyond. This kind of showed me how strings work in this game, though. Like, if I see Dragunov start with a 2-1, then I know to do this, right? Or if I see Kazuya do that string, then I know to tap down forward, you know? You have to identify what the string is based on the starter. It feels like it almost feels like chess, right? Like you're memorizing chess openings. And I asked Austin, like, do you think like, how hard is it to actually identify the starter when you're playing in a game, you know? And he was like, well, it's just like Street Fighter. Over time, you realize that different attacks look different. Like Dragunov's 2 looks way different than his 1. His while running 2 looks way different than his forward 2. It just takes time, and like you have to see it over and over again until you start to recognize it. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Hope it helped you. If it did, consider subscribing, and I'll talk to you again real soon.